It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
For the first time in 3 years, the Spartans of Steinert High out to a 3-1 start as they meet with a familiar foe, the Irish of Notre Dame, here on the illustrious campus of Notre Dame High School. It's WJFL football action here on the WBCB Sports Network. Hi again, everybody. Mike Warren alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher. Great to be with you as always, as we have another great matchup between the Spartans of Steinert High and the Irish of Notre Dame here tonight. Fish, last week for the Irish, a good victory for them, their first of the season on the road against Hightstown. 49-21 the final score there. 28 unanswered points in the second half for the Irish. As the offense got going, the defense followed suit, and some special teams trickery for them. A couple of onside kicks really got things going for them in the second half against the Rams. And for the Spartans on the other side of things, they look for their first win against Notre Dame since 2011, October 28th in 2011, a 21-10 victory for the Steinert Spartans, and it was right here on Notre Dame's field when they did so. A chance to do so here again tonight, Fish.
Yeah, I mean, we have two teams coming in here, both feeling pretty good about themselves. Steinert, as you mentioned, off to that 3-1 start. They're looking to win 4 straight for the first time since the tail end of the 2018 season, when they were 1-5 and they finished 5-5. And Notre Dame, yeah, coming off its first win of the season, and just talking to the players after the game last week, you could feel their confidence. I mean, Dylan Budnick, he promised that was the game that's going to turn these guys around. So, you get off the schneid and you get that win, and you do feel confident. And Steinert's been confident all along. I guess, you touched on this a little bit. I guess you could say the law of averages favors the Spartans in this one, and recent history favors Notre Dame. Steinert's, they haven't beat them since 2011, but that's a little skewed because they've lost 5 straight to them. It's not been like they've played every year. They lost 5 straight dating back to 2014, but last year they took a thumping 42-7 to Notre Dame, and that last time that they beat them was the year they went to the Central Jersey Group 3 final. So I guess if Steinert's looking for a positive omen, it would be that if they could prevail, maybe they can go to the state finals again. But, it's a matchup between two teams that evidently can score the football. I mean, Notre Dame's having a little trouble with that early in the season, but they exploded last week. They scored on nearly every possession, got that season-high 49 points. Huge game. Most importantly, they got a huge game from running back Jaden Davis.
Yes. And
that was complemented by the aerial game with Matt Roush. I mean, Notre Dame rushed for nearly 200 yards, passed for 270. So, that's a fairly balanced attack. And that might be a little tougher to do in this one. I mean, Steinert's got a Power 4 recruit, Jomel Kaparwe, on the defensive and offensive line. And they have a big, strong defensive line that's been able to occupy offensive linemen and let those linebackers make tackles. Spartans were gashed a little bit by Allentown's run game last week, but made enough plays to hold on. And, you look at Notre Dame's offense, they can hurt you with the pass and the run. Steinert, the one thing that could work against Steinert is they've been mostly a running team this year behind Isaac Pate. He's rushed for nearly 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. And he's run for 123 or more in all 4 games. The one drawback is the Spartans, 75% of their offense have been on the ground. They've rushed for 900 yards. They've only passed for 300. Now, quarterback John LaGuardia is a threat with his legs. That quarterback draw has been effective for Steinert, and it's worked so far. Steinert scored 30 or more in 3 straight weeks, but I would expect Notre Dame to really key on that running attack and dare the Spartans to beat them. Now, the deal here is, prior to last week, Notre Dame had been susceptible to the run. They did a good job of last week, but Hightstown's a team that relies mainly on the pass. So, we'll see. Maybe Notre Dame is improved, and, maybe last week was the first sign of that. But now they're playing a team that can run the ball a lot better, so we'll see what Notre Dame can do about, with that. I think, Mike, and I'm sure you'd agree, the wild card in this game could be the special teams. As you mentioned, we saw Notre Dame recover some onside kicks last week.
Yep.
And both of these teams have really good place kickers. Steinert's Matt James is 8 for 10 on PATs. Last week he kicked 3 field goals over 30 yards against Allentown. Sebastian Swiatek is 7 for 10 on PATs. And both of these guys can flip the field with their punting ability. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than the records indicate. I'm really looking forward to an entertaining night tonight. I think a high-scoring game will favor Notre Dame. I think if they can keep it low, I think it might favor Steinert. But I have been known to be way off kilter on those things before, so we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, you mentioned these teams meeting again for the second time in as many years. A little bit of a break in those years between the last victory between Steinert and Notre Dame, but yeah, break between 2012 and 2013. The two schools did not meet. They met again in 2014 and carried it through for a couple years again with another break as well. Steinert defensively this year has not allowed 300-plus yards of total offense, and during this win streak especially, but all season long, the highest amount that they've given up defensively, 287 yards. That came last week against Allentown in a victory. So that's pretty impressive for them. They've been solid all year. The Irish take the field here for the first time tonight. Dylan Bundick, a member of your post-game interview last week, and he said that was a win against the Rams that could change this season around. Bundick was phenomenal last weekend. We had him for a number of tackles for a loss. NJ.com had him for just one, but he had a couple of sacks last week, a handful of tackles for a loss as well, and he's been phenomenal on that defensive line, especially setting that edge for the Irish this season. Should be a good one here tonight, Fish. As we mentioned, the Irish taking the field, the Spartans as well, as captains get set to meet at midfield. Notre Dame at 1-3, the Irish at the Spartans at 3-1, and the Irish looking for their 6th straight win against the Steinert Spartans. And for Steinert, they're looking for their first win since 2011, back on October 28th. It was right here at Walter E. Nolan Field. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, Saul Funeral Homes, Kessel Dermatology, the NJEA, Notre Dame High School, Friends of Flynn and Stillwell 2025, the Hamilton Township Democratic Committee, Chris Auto Body, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, Jammer Doors, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Haldeman Ford, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian, Hyundai of Trenton, all proud to bring you today's coverage here on WBCB. The Irish looking for victory number 2 of this season. A good test on the line here tonight against the Steinert squad that started 3-1 here on the year for the first time since 2022.
Yeah, Steinert came into this season, they thought they were going to do well. They've sort of been building towards this, and I think this is going to be a good test for them because Notre Dame started off with a fairly tough schedule, and obviously it went 0-3, and then they came back to playing WJFL, team Mercer County team.
Father in heaven, we ask for your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play the game in a manner by which our words and actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into the competition in a spirit of sportsmanship with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, and especially the coaches, officials, and players. Keep us under the protection of Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of the presence with us in the game. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. I now send the pledge down to Notre Dame's own Jimmy Falcone.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Tonight's game on WBCB is brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery, located at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Read about it online at trentonian.com. Captains meeting at midfield. Alex Villarelli for the Irish, along with Jaden Davis. Their center, the man in the middle, Dominic Caniglio, and Musa Camara out there.
Dominic
the Irish of
Caniglio,
Notre
whose
Dame.
father is an assistant. Big Dom is an assistant for the Irish and a member of the Steinert Hall of Fame. So Dom's got his feet in both pools, so to speak, for this game.
Coin toss down at midfield. Jamel Kaparwe, who Fish highlighted at the beginning of this broadcast. A captain down there representing the Spartans here in this one. Coin toss looks like won by Notre Dame. Or excuse me, won by Steinert.
Steinert has won the toss.
They elect to receive. Notre Dame will kick off to begin. And we'll see this Steinert offense to begin this evening, Fish, and that means we'll get to see Isaac Pate, one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in Mercer County. Just a couple of yards shy of 600 entering tonight, and he's well on his way to 1,000 yards on this year.
Yeah, he's right up there. I mean, it's you got him, and you got Valenza at Hopewell, and you got James Lyons is really good at Lawrence. So there's some good running backs. It's that all CVC team is going to be tough to pick, and
Yeah.
if Jaden Davis keeps getting the ball and doing what he did last week, you can throw him in there. So it's I mean, but they got to I think they got to start coming up with a passing game here to take the pressure off of him. I say that every time I do one of their games, though, and it doesn't seem to bother them. So, I don't know. Maybe they're basically just a run-first team, and they'll throw a pass to keep you honest. And they're trying to wait for this sophomore John LaGuardia to develop. He's only a sophomore. He's his first year starting. And again, he can make things happen with his legs, as I've seen in the games I've done. And but we'll see. Nobody's been able to stop him yet, and we'll see.
Irish ready to kick things away. Sebastian Switek out there for Notre Dame. Back to receive for the Spartans. 2 men deep for them. Looks like Dom DeFrancis back there. Along with Nico Feniello. Switek sends a deep kick towards the 10-yard line, fielded around the 11. And DeFrancis swung down shy of the 30, right around the 27. 1st and 10 here for the Steinert Spartans, as we'll see this offense for the first time today, led by Isaac Pate, the running back. Pretty solid this season. Tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. The Hamilton Township Education Association proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB. 1st and 10 from the Steinert 28-yard line, moving from right to left to start tonight.
More than likely, you'll see Pate get the ball in the first play, unless they got a trick.
Isaiah Pate at the top of the screen. Matt James in the slot to the right. Isaac Pate to the right in the backfield.
Yeah.
Play action, swing out wide. Contact made behind the line of scrimmage, and a big tackle made by the Irish. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss.
I think that was Zamir Jones on that play. He got on that quick.
That was number 5, Eli Kaufman, on the stop there
Oh,
for
it
Notre
was?
Dame.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
5 coming in there to make the stop.
3s, 5s, 8s, 9s. I get them all confused.
2nd and 10. Lagarda looking right side, throws, passes, batted out of the air. This secondary for the Irish this season's been pretty solid. Jaden Williamson, the sophomore, has been stellar to start this year. Coming off of an impressive freshman campaign last season, Williamson right into the starting lineup here in his sophomore campaign at the varsity level, and he's been arguably the best defensive back on this roster. 3rd and 10 for Steinert. Lagarda on a hard count. They'll feed Paint on a sweep left side. Cuts it back up the middle, but not much working for him there. About 4 on the ground. That'll bring out the punt team for Steinert.
Well, surprised at Steinert coming out in a couple of short passes there and got nothing out of it. Now puts himself at 3rd and 10, so it's a tough down to run on. Worked out well for Notre Dame.
4th down and about 6 to go. Punt team on. James ready to boot it away. Good snap, has time. Sends it deep off of his right foot, back to receive. And fielding is Jones. He bobbles and loses his footing. He falls down right at the 29-yard line. That's where Matt Roush and the Irish offense will begin tonight.
Well, that's a 42-yard punt by James, and that, as we said, you can watch. These guys will flip the field. Both of these kicker/punters.
Special teams could be a big feature in this game, as you alluded to earlier, Fish. Both of these teams with really good kicking and punting play. Both guys doing the same duty on both sides. Swiatek for the Irish, and then James, of course, for Steinert.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for him. He slipped because I think he had a little room to run there.
Definitely.
And that was kind of a little bit out kicking the coverage and gave him some open area.
1st and 10. Crowded backfield here for the Irish. Roush on a hard count. He'll look over to the sideline. Davis the back. They'll feed him left side. Looking for space, has a seam. Here's Davis down the sideline, shoved into the Steinert bench. Well enough for the 1st down as he's shoved out right near the 50-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to put him at the 44. Enough to move the sticks.
How great is that for the Irish? I mean, coming
15.
off the high of that game last week and then getting that play the first play from scrimmage.
Back to Davis left side, spins off a defender and gets a push forward. Another strong carry on 1st down, a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 coming here for the Irish. Second down and 3, ball just on the Steinert 49-yard line. Here's Roush, again, crowded backfield. Jones to his left, Davis behind him. They'll feed Davis again left side. Picks up a couple of blocks. He's got the 1st down as he's tripped up shy of the Steinert 40-yard line, right around the 42.
That's an impressive start for Notre Dame with this running game because Steinert has not been this susceptible to the run like this all year.
Coming off a season-high performance, this offense, 196 yards on the ground last week against the Hightstown Rams. Here's Davis again. Consecutive runs here for the Irish as Davis musters his way forward. A gain of about 5 on 1st down, maybe even 4. 2nd down and a long 6 here for the Irish. Strong carries from Davis. He's found a seam and then lowered the shoulder for a couple extra yards so far.
Notre Dame going, of course, with this no huddle as we've seen so often.
Back to Davis left side. Inside the 40, swung down just past the line of scrimmage. Gain of 2 on the play. Makes it 3rd down and about 5 to go.
Looked like Matt Gill got in there, make the stop on that.
Matt Gill, one of the leading tacklers for Steinert, entered tonight with 18 and a half total tackles. 3rd and short for Notre Dame, same formation. Roush feeds Jones on a sweep right side. Not much doing for him there. Here comes a flag at the end of the play. We'll see who it's against. It's against Notre Dame. A holding against the Irish.
Who was that, Jones? The carry?
Jones on the carry. They swept him right side.
Yeah, Gill on the stop there as well. See if they decline here.
Penalty will be holding on the Irish. That's a 10-yard penalty repeat, 3rd down.
Well, they're going to accept that penalty.
Yeah, yeah, because it's 4th down, but I'm sure they were going to go for it on 4th down.
Yep.
So
Max Pelzer comes onto the field for the first time tonight. New formation here for the Irish. As they get out of that jumbo formation in the pistol set. Jones comes off the field. Batoni comes on. Late substitution here for the Irish. Roush barking out orders at the line of scrimmage. Trips left. Pelzer at the top of the screen. Camara slotted to the left side with clock. Roush taking his time, getting the signal in from the sideline. Final seconds here. Notre Dame going to have to get this snap off. And they're not going to get it off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. They just did not get the play into the side from the sideline into the quarterback. A lot of confusion there on that play too for Notre Dame. So a 5-yard loss puts them back on their own side of the field on the 49. 3rd down and 19.
Penalties will kill you.
Yep.
I just, that's a new observation, Mike. No one's ever made that observation before.
Justin McAteau, the back. Roush rolls right, throws sideline for Camara. It's incomplete, well short of the sticks. Pass goes out of bounds, intended again for Musa Camara. 4th down, punt team coming on. Here comes Swiatek for Notre Dame. And heading back to receive, Nico Feniello for the Spartans.
Well, Spartans did a good job of adjusting there to whatever Notre Dame was doing. They were slicing right through them until those last couple of plays, and the penalties, of course, setting them back even further.
Clock stops, 8:02 to play here in the opening frame. 4th and 19, Swiatek ready to boot it away. Good snap, has time. A high punt. Feniello calls for the fair catch. Diving effort to make the grab.
That looked like trouble all over it when they started to lunge for that.
They're going to spot him right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Steinert. Today's game brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. September means back to school time, and Mercer County Prosecutor Janetta Marbury reminds you to share the road, slow down, and be extra cautious and alert when walking or driving. Visit mercercountyprosecutor.com to learn more today. 7:53 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, I would expect to see a little more of Isaac Pate this series than we saw in the first.
Pate in the backfield to the right in the gun. Man in motion, it's Isaiah Pate. They fake it to him. Go to Isaac. Up the middle, has a couple of blockers. Tripped up right around the sticks. We'll see where they spot it. But a strong carry on the misdirection handoff there to Isaac Pate on 1st down.
Yeah, and a lot of time, Pate gets a lot of yards on his own with dragging tacklers, but that was literally, he just got behind his blockers and rode their coattails.
Gain of 10 on 1st down. Makes it 1st and 10 again, this time from the 35. LaGorda in the gun. Motions Gill from right to left. Back to Pate on the ground, left side with more space. Another 1st down carry for Pate. And he picks up another 1st down, but he's shaken up at the end of that play.
It looked like Anthony Merlino grabbed them before he got it together, got any further.
Injury timeout down on the field for Isaac Pate. He's down and needing some attention. Another 1st and 10 for Steinert as he takes it from the 35 down to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Steinert. We'll step aside here on WBCB. An injury timeout down on the field. Zeros on the scoreboard, 7:19 to go here in the first quarter.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Isaac Pate to his feet quickly, jogs off the field under his own power. Seems like he's going to be able to return pretty quickly in this one.
Yeah, he looked pretty spry as he trotted off.
First and 10,
Fish, you mentioned it. Steinert getting the ground game going as their big guys up front, establishing the tone. Pate able to get a couple of first down carries on consecutive handoffs.
Man, I'm trying to see who's in there for him now. Is that his brother, Isaiah?
Hard count from LaGuardia. This looks like Jeff DeBruce in the backfield.
Oh, okay.
Play action. LaGuardia looking left. Throws, pass, incomplete. Intended for Alex Cerullo.
Incomplete.
Second and 10.
Well, and that's been a problem with Steiner. I mean, he was open there. He had him. Overthrew him. That is Jeff DeBruce. He must wear 0 on the road and 4 at home, because I have his 0 crossed out and a 4 put in there, but they've been both home games, so I hate these teams that do different jerseys. Wow, I don't get the sense in that.
Matt Gill, motion from left to right, the tight end at the top of the screen. They'll pitch it right side. Here's Isaac Pate. Has a seam, tripped up a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage. Give him 7 or 6 actually on the ground. Third down and a short 4 to go for Steinert. The ball placed on the Notre Dame 47-yard line.
This might be time Steiner pull out that quarterback draw, make it look like a pass, and see what LaGuardia does.
Irish load the box here on 3rd and short. LaGuardia takes the snap, feeds Pate right side. He's got the first down by a yard at least. Another strong carry from Isaac Pate as he gets lathered up here in this one. Moves the sticks and keeps the drive alive for Steinert. First down and 10 yards to go, nearing 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Irish looking to get some fresh legs in defensively.
The other thing Steiner would like to do with Pate is get some long drives, keep Notre Dame's offense off the field. You know, you don't want to give Roush a chance to sling it.
Play action pass, slung out left. It's DeFrancis, complete and tackled right around the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the Notre Dame 29, well enough for the first down again, and Steinert on the RPO getting 11.
Yeah, that was the play they ran on the first play, on the first play of the game. Went for a little bit more this time.
First and 10, Isaac Pate back in the backfield. Him and DeFrancis, the two backs. To the left, LaGuardia in the gun. Isaiah Pate in motion, they pitch it to Isaac. Left side, gets a block, has a seam, down the sideline and into the end zone. Isaac Pate strikes, and the Spartans jump out in front as they draw first blood.
Yeah, they kept them under wraps mostly in that first series, a 3 and out, and they let him go run wild on the second one, and yeah, got around the corner. And the thing with Pate, he's not big. That's the first thing that strikes you. But he can run strong and break tackles, but he has speed too, as you saw there. And that was just a vintage Steiner drive this year. A lot of Isaac Pate.
James on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Steinert, 5:24 to play here in the first quarter. Isaac Pate gets a handful of carries and makes the Irish defense pay as he finds the end zone for his 8th touchdown of the season. Strong carries from Isaac Pate on that drive. And as a result, Steinert out in front by a touchdown and an extra point to start tonight. Jammer Doors and Windows, a 4th-generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering Rainer Garage Doors and Openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows. Open in both Lawrenceville and in Yardley. Jammer Doors and Windows, proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB.
Pate with all but 12 yards of that drive. I think he had 64 or 65 yards on that drive.
He entered tonight, I believe, just about 20 yards shy of 1,000 for his career. And was able to pick that up on this drive.
1,000 or 2,000?
I thought it was 1,000. I have to
you
double
might be
check.
right. Yeah, you might be right because he didn't have a lot of carries. He had some carries as sophomore, but not a lot. I might be getting him confused with Jordan and I do this, you know, preview show, and he starts throwing out all these numbers about this guy's trying to get this many yards and that guy's trying to get that many. I think I'm getting confused with somebody else. Maybe a quarterback throwing for 2,000.
Pooch kick here from the Spartans, bounces in front of Jones at the 30, bobbles, shakes a defender, spins off another, but steps out of bounds. Looks like he's across the 35-yard line, and he is. 1st and 10 for Notre Dame, right at their own 36. As we'll see Matt Roush in the offense again here for the Irish. They had the ground game going before the drive stalled out. A holding call kind of plaguing them on that drive, Fish, and this time around maybe they look to get the passing game going a little bit more, but pretty strong sign of Jaden Davis being able to kind of do what he wanted on that first drive up before that holding call.
Yeah, I mean, they slowed him down in the last couple of plays, but then, the holding call just set him back where they would have been in a 4th and manageable, a 4th and 4, 4th and 5. And, you know, that added with the delayed game, now you're talking 15 yards you got to make up.
Roush in the gun, play action, slings deep, looking for Batoni. It's caught inside the 30, tripped up around the 25-yard line.
Perfect. Go ahead.
The play action pass connecting for an explosive here for the Irish. 1st and 10 in Steinert territory.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball, and he didn't have he had one step on the defender, but that was one step enough, and Rouse delivered it perfect.
No huddle. They'll go Davis on the ground, right side. Tripped up around the line of scrimmage. The ball comes out. Davis able to fall on it.
That was a 40-yard completion there.
7-yard run.
Davis getting about 7 on that carry. 2nd down and 3 to go. Down marker says 4th down, but this is definitely 2nd down. Handoff, Davis left side, makes a man miss, dives his way forward just across the line of scrimmage.
Rush by the Irish for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and short here for Notre Dame. A big play to start this drive. In danger of having it stall out here in the red zone.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory for sure.
Roush on a hard count, looks back over to the sideline. Jumbo set in the gun. Roush feeds Davis right side, looking for blockers, not much there. Dom DeFrancis able to bottle him up right behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you talk about a guy having a good year. I think DeFrancis leads them in tackles, and he's been, again, you know, this defense is designed for these linebackers to make plays.
DeFrancis entered tonight leading the team in tackles with 35, according to NJ.com. Makes a big stick on that one. Picks up a slight loss on the play. And that tackle for a loss brought to you by Chris Autobody. When your car takes a loss, take it to Chris Autobody. Roush in the pistol set. 2 receivers to his left. Pelzer at the top of the screen. Clock in the slot. Motion up front at the line of scrimmage. We'll see who it's on.
I didn't even see a flag thrown, did you?
No flag was thrown. Musa Kamara started to clap. The Irish sideline pointing that it should be a penalty against Steinert. Clock stops. 2:54 to go.
I thought somebody was calling a timeout or something. No.
I guess they just stopped the clock. They needed a substitution. Not sure. Clock resumes. Under 2:50 to play. Davis to the right of Roush, now in the gun. Looks left, throws, pass, complete. Zamir Jones looking for the sticks. Hurdles a man, still on his feet, and he's out of bounds, shy of the 10-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Notre Dame.
Wow, that was a great 2nd and 3rd effort there by Zamir Jones. They looked like they had him about a foot short.
He really had some yards after contact last week against Heightstown on that 39-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah.
Made a couple of guys miss, stiff-armed a couple defenders, and took it in from pretty far out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Roush to Davis on the ground. Makes a man miss. Inside the 5, shoulder down at the 2-yard line. A fierce hit comes across the middle, and a big stop. It looked like Mekhi Blackstone down there on the stop.
Was that Davis again?
That was Davis on the carry.
Okay.
Saw a 3 down there. I thought Blackstone was injured. But no, that's number 3, Mekhi Blackstone, down there on the field.
All right, yeah, well, they originally said he was going to be out for, well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
The big hit there. Crowded formation, Davis up the middle. He's stuck again at the line of scrimmage. The man you highlighted, Fish, during the pregame show, Jamel Kaparwe, with another tackle on his own, a solo tackle for a D lineman. Shows you why he's garnering the attention that he is at the collegiate level.
Yeah, for sure.
2nd down. Kamara in motion, comes to the line, tries to sneak it in. He's bunched up at the line, no signal.
Ralph says yes. Ralph still says yes. Everybody says yes for Notre Dame.
Fighting for the football, Kamara.
There it goes.
And he's in for the touchdown. Late signal comes in, but the Irish respond. Musa Kamara sneaks it in from a yard out.
In to kick the extra point, Sebastian Swiatek.
Yeah, that was mano-a-mano. You're not allowed to do a tush push in high school. You're not allowed to assist the runner. Next best thing, just follow your line.
White on for the hold, Swiatek on for the extra point. An extra point away from tying things up for the Irish. 1:10 to play here in the opening quarter. Good snap, good hold by White. Kick is up. It's no good. Swiatek with his palms to the sky. He thought he hit it. They say that one did not split the upright. 7-6 the score. Swiatek unable to convert on the extra point.
You don't see that often. You'd only miss 2 coming in here.
So the Irish still trailing this one by 1 after the missed extra point. As they will boot things away back to the Spartans. Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community. It's Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business, proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they've needed it the most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. What did you see on that extra point, Fish? That one looked pretty close. I know they said he missed it, but
to be honest, I was writing down the touchdown.
Sure, why not?
I did not see it. I count on your call for the extra point, pal.
Yeah, that looked really close.
Back to kick off for the Irish, Sebastian
Swiatek thought for sure he made it.
Well, either way, Notre Dame did a nice job of answering there.
That they did. Here's Swiatek to send things back the Spartans' way. Ball teed up at right at the 40 in the middle of the field. A low line drive kick, takes a bounce inside the 10, bounces out of bounds inside the 5, and the flag will be thrown. Good field position to start here for the Spartans unless they want a re-kick.
I doubt they'd want a re-kick.
So the mistakes compounding here for Swiatek. First, the missed extra point. And then booting that one out of bounds to give the Spartans some pretty good field position from their own 35.
Yeah, plenty of game left.
Steinert will take the ball at their 35.
Plenty of game left to make up for any mistakes you make.
First and 10 for Steinert. The ball spotted on their own 35-yard line. LaGorda in the gun, Pate to his left. They'll motion Gill from right to left. He's bunched up on the left side. Handoff, Pate right side. Cuts it back up the middle. Makes a defender miss and tripped up past the sticks. Another first down carry for Isaac Pate. Moves the chains, 11 on first down. Just shy of midfield, the ball spotted at the 47. Final minute here in the first quarter. LaGorda now with Pate to his left, trips left as well. James, the low man. Isaiah Pate in the slot. LaGorda takes the snap, looks left, pass, complete to James. Makes a man miss, turns it upfield, and gains about 4. Give him 5 actually on first down.
Pretty good block there by Isaiah Pate to just spring him for that little bit of a gain there. Notre Dame had a shot at racking him up for a loss.
Chris Bailey was the man there initially for the Irish, unable to get to him as James turns it up for 5. Final seconds here in the first quarter. We'll see if the Spartans want to get a snap off. They do. It's Pate on the ground. In a bunch of traffic, ball comes out, but it looks like the Spartans fall on top of it. Matthew Calderon forcing the fumble there for the Irish. And Matt Gill falling on top of it there for the Spartans. Final play of the first quarter, the ball will be spotted. It looks like good enough for a first down. The far side official motioning enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 for Steinert. When we start quarter number 2, the Spartans leading here on the road against the Irish, 7-6 the score. You're watching high school football on WBCB. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health to learn more today. Stay healthy, Hamilton. As we flip the field here in quarter number 2, the clock ready to get started yet again. The Spartans with a 1st and 10 on Notre Dame's side of the field. The ball spotted at the Irish 41. LaGorda in the gun. 2 backs to his right. Pate the close man to Francis next to him. And a little bit of confusion, it looks like, down on the field with the spot or the chain gang down there. It is 1st and 10.
I heard today that former Nottingham coach John Adams is working on a chain gang now, trying to stay active in football.
Sweep right side. This is Isaiah Pate. Not much room. Alex Villarelli there for the tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that one went nowhere fast. Notre Dame just swarmed.
From the 41 back to the 46-yard line. A loss of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 15 here for the Spartans. Big-time tackle for Alex Villarelli. He had a sack last week against the Rams at Heightstown. Isaac Pate to the right in the gun. Man in motion, it's Feniello. He's in the slot to the left. James at the top of the screen. LaGorda gives it to Pate, right side. Not much doing for him here as Joseph Conway gets there for the stop.
Yeah, Conway was in there right off the snap.
The senior linebacker comes in off the edge and makes a play there for the Irish. 3rd and long here for Steinert. Defense for Notre Dame coming off of a season-high 4-sack performance last week. Looking for some pressure here on 3rd and long. Split receiver set for LaGorda. Pate slotted to the right, Feniello to the left. Couple of hard counts from LaGorda here on 3rd and long. Resets. Man in motion is Pate. Play action. LaGorda looks right, has time. Pass is incomplete as it hits the turf skipped to the intended receiver, Isaiah Pate, and fourth down looming here for Steinert. They'll send the punt team on.
Well, Irish did a good job. They gave up a couple of long plays there to start that drive, and then manned up.
Back to punt for Steinert, Matt James.
Matt James to punt. Zamir Jones back to receive deep inside the 5-yard line. Right around the 3. Good punt, or good snap, plenty of time, and another good punt from James. Takes a bounce towards the Irish end zone. Pate falls on it. Did he roll into the end zone? They're going to give him the spot at the Notre Dame 2-yard line.
Yeah, I think he was down at the 2, and then he slid a little bit.
They're going to mark it at the Notre Dame 2-yard line, 98 yards in front of the Irish as they take over offensively. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does. Proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB. 1st and 10. Notre Dame taking their time before sending the offense back out onto the field.
Talked about Matt James earlier, and he's hit 2 punts, both for 42 yards so far. This one a big one.
Well, the Irish going to have to hurry up offensively to get them on the field. They took some time before getting the offense on the field, and I don't think they took a timeout in between the punt and when the ball was spotted. They hustle out there. Empty set here for Roush. Hurries up to the line. He's going to sneak it forward just to get some room. Fights his way towards the 5. They're going to spot him at the 6.
Well, that worked out. Yeah, got him at least his back's not up against the goal line.
Yep.
That's all you want on a play like that. Get a little breathing room.
2nd down and 6. 9:40 to play and counting here in this first half. Irish trailing by an extra point. Crowded backfield. Similar formation we've seen tonight. They sweep it. Musa Kamara looking for a seam. Stiff arms a man, still on his feet, and finally bottled up and thrown down. DeFrancis and company there on the stop. As DeFrancis and Quinyon Simmons combining for the tackle there on Kamara. Gets a couple of yards, makes it just about 3rd down and a long 4.
It's a big play for Steinert's defense. If they can get a stop here, they can give their offense the ball in a pretty good spot.
Same set here for the Irish. Roush gets back up towards the line of scrimmage. Bluff the quarterback sneak. Movement up front, and I think this is against Notre Dame.
Can't afford
Just
that.
A little too deliberate there.
So
Oh, wow. They call offsides against Steinert.
Oh,
Wow.
that is a bad penalty for the Spartans. Wow, they had Notre Dame pinned, and now they give them a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a very questionable call, too, because it looked like
Wait,
the Irish offensive lineman moved.
wait.
They didn't
No.
move the ball. They moved it backwards, so they called it.
Wait, what?
They called a penalty against Steinert, but yet they enforced a penalty against Notre Dame. So that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, well, we still don't know what.
So that had to have been a false start against Notre Dame. They took a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the more confusing ones you'll see. You're told one thing and they do the opposite.
Yeah.
Hyundai of Trenton, proud to sponsor tonight's contest on the WBCB Sports Network. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. And don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Maybe they'll have a breakdown of that penalty right there in the Trentonian tomorrow. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. That's like the equivalent in baseball to calling the runner safe at first and then telling him he's out.
Yeah.
So 3rd and long here for Notre Dame as they get backed up inside their own 10. It looks like it's right at their own 5. Third and about 8 to go for Notre Dame. Roush comes back out onto the field with the offense. Davis in the pistol set. Now motion to the right in the gun. Roush takes the snap and looks left. Throws deep, looking for Kamara. Goes up and he makes the catch. Musa Kamara elevates and makes the play.
Wow, Quinion Simmons was right on him step for step, and then Kamara just sort of kind of curled in a little bit, and the ball just in front of him. What a great play. What a great pass and catch.
Showing you why he's garnering some of the D1 looks he's been getting. Sweep, Zamir Jones right side. Looking for a block from Kamara, doesn't get one. He's tackled for a loss, and a flag is down near the line of scrimmage. Makai Blackstone in to lay the boom there for the Spartans. And this penalty, we'll see who it's against. It is a hold against Notre Dame. Steinert now deciding if they want to accept that penalty or decline it, because they had a tackle for a loss on that play.
Yeah, who was that? Davis on the carry?
That was Zamir Jones on the carry.
Jones on the carry. It looks like they're not marking it as a loss.
Now they're going to mark it now as a
hold. Okay.
Hold. No, hold declined.
Steinert declined. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Okay, so it was a 6-yard loss there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that spot even, though. I don't think he was tackled 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I don't think he ever got that deep. He was tackled at the line of scrimmage. Wow, that's a big spot there for the Spartans. This is 2nd down and 16. Notre Dame taking their time, getting the play in from the sideline.
Steinert's got to stiffen up their pass defense here. These 3rd and longs they're going to pick them up.
Bootleg left, Roush sets, throws,
again.
Pass, caught by clock, shakes a defender, still on his feet, lunging across the 35, inside the 45, and down at the 42.
Boy, Roush just looks better and better every game. And he's right now, he's picking them apart. That's a 20-yard pickup there.
Trips right, Roush feeds Davis, carry right side. Tripped up after a strong gain.
With the rush for Notre Dame for a gain of about 5.
Give him almost 5. 2nd and just as many to go, and an injured Steinert Spartan down on the field. Looks like number 65, Nathaniel Horchuk, down for Steinert. 2nd down, 5 yards to go for Notre Dame. 8:23 to play here in the first half. And the Irish trailing by 1, marching down the field, the passing game getting active here for Notre Dame.
Yeah, he's already 4 for 5, 104 yards passing.
Last week he had no problems connecting with both Kamara and Jones. Musa Kamara last week over 120 yards receiving, a touchdown for him. Zamir Jones, 4 catches for 95 yards and 2 scores for him. And you're seeing Roush finding his receivers, spreading the ball around here in this first half as Notre Dame looks for a score. But Horchuk down there on the field getting attended to, the sophomore defensive lineman. Injury timeout down on the field. We'll take a timeout here on WBCB. Irish driving, 2nd down and about 5 to go when action resumes here from Notre Dame High School.
Re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. Hamilton Councilman Anthony Carabelli, Rick Ty, and Chuddy Whalen are proven leaders who have kept Hamilton moving forward. They work hard to keep Hamilton affordable and are fighting to ensure we have clean drinking water. They have advocated for good projects like bringing CHOP to Hamilton. On November 4th, let's re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. The preceding message paid for by Hamilton Township Democratic Committee.
2nd and 5, action set to resume. Roush in the gun, Davis to his right. Trips to the right as well. They sweep it left. Davis looking for a seam, finds one, lowers the shoulder and finishes the run inside the Steinert 30-yard line, down at the 29. Good enough for another Notre Dame first down. Irish will go no huddle. Same set. Roush back to Davis. They run the same play. Sweep left. Has a seam. And another first down carry. Nets a first down for the Irish. He's tripped up at the 15-yard line.
See, that Notre Dame, they got moving with the pass. Now they're going back to the run, and they got that balance working for them.
The same play 3 times in a row. They sweep it left side with Davis. Stood up right around the 12-yard line. Matt Gill there along with the defensive back Quinyon Simmons. Fights forward for about 3 on first down. 2nd down and 7 to go for Notre Dame. Plenty of time still here in this first half. Nearing the 7-minute mark. Roush barking out commands at the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation. Jones, the tight end, motion to the left. Roush gets the snap, looks right, pass, complete. Camara gets a block, bounces it inside, fights his way down around the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 6, it looks like. Close to that yard to gain.
Once again, run after catch, yards after catch. Notre Dame's getting a lot of them.
Flag comes in. And a sideline warning called against Steinert. It'll still be 3rd and short. Trips right, clock, Camara and Pelzer to the top of the screen. Davis, the back, in the pistol formation. Jones motion left. Roush takes the snap. It's Davis up the middle, tripped up, and stopped short, but he does have the first down inside the 5-yard line. They got him right around the 3.
Well, so far, the only thing that's been able to stop Notre Dame has been Notre Dame with those penalties.
Hurry up, pistol set up the middle. Davis, they stopped him shy of the end zone. Looked like he got in and then was thrown backwards, but they're going to mark him on the inch-yard line.
It'll be 3rd down and goal. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for Notre Dame. They stay in the same formation. Roush comes up to the line of scrimmage. Bobbles the snap. Recovers. Reaches. He's not in again. He's short.
A lot of bodies on that goal line tonight when Notre Dame's got the ball.
This is 3rd down.
Rush attempt by Roush.
Goal to go.
3rd down and
Clock
short for the
comes out
Irish.
with Pelzer, and they bring in an extra lineman for this down. Zachary Hammerstone coming in for this snap. Bunched up as the tight end to the left. Pistol offset eye. Davis on the ground. I don't think he got in again. I think he lost a yard.
Maybe.
He's short. It's 4th and goal. Davis able to pick up all these yards, and then the toughest ones, of course, in the red zone.
Absolutely.
Steinert stacking up strong here defensively.
What is he, back to the 3 now?
Right around the 2, it looks like. 4th down and goal to go.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a little pass here.
The Ball is spotted at the 3-yard line. Clock continues to tick.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame's going to take a timeout.
We've seen a lot of this tonight. Like we don't,
Yeah.
not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah. So Notre Dame runs the clock down to 4:08 and takes a timeout. Fourth and goal coming here.
Well, you know, you're this close. You don't want to mess this up. This is important for Notre Dame. I mean, they're trying to cap off a 98-yard drive here, and you don't want to go this far and not get something.
Chris Autobody hopes you are enjoying today's game on WBCB. Chris Autobody, 20 short minutes from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. Family owned and operated by Hamiltonians and have been in business for over 60 years. Chris Autobody hopes you enjoy tonight's game on the WBCB Sports Network. And today's game also brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who wants to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. Tonight's game brought to you by the HTEA.
Well, let's see what they call here. The whole team was over there, unless they're just trying to fake Steinert out and make Steinert think they're going to do something different.
Right, they put a lot of size down on the field. You got Pelzer at the top of the screen, both tight ends on the field, and Batoni and Jones. They're bunched up at the line. Davis in the pistol, they go back to him. On the ground, bounces off a man. He's swung down short. Jeff DeBruce with a huge tackle and a turnover on downs for the Spartans.
Wow. Well, he looked like he was going to spin out and get around. And DeBruce, and I thought Quinion Simmons was in on that a little bit too. But what a goal line stand there by the Spartans. And that's a little demoralizing for Notre Dame to go that far. But if you're Notre Dame, you're saying, well, we got Steinert's back up against the wall now too. So let's see if we can get 3 and out as well. Steinert's going to try and replicate what Notre Dame did. Maybe I'll see what they do.
LaGuardia in the gun.
See what they do with LaGuardia if he keeps it.
They give it.
No,
they fake it.
it.
Passing
man.
deep left side, looking for James. A ton of contact and no flag.
Ooh, boy, that's a risky play.
Williamson and James getting caught up, tangled up a bit at the end of that route. Steinert sideline wanted a flag. Williamson might have gotten away with some extracurriculars there.
LaGuardia, he can run the ball. I'm surprised they didn't try to set a little something up for him there.
LaGuardia in the gun. They'll give it to Pate, left side. Fights up the middle to finish the run, and he's tripped up shy of the sticks. About a pair of yards shy of the first down marker.
I got to think on that first down play, Thaddeus Richards figures they're looking for Pate. Let's try to surprise him with one over the top. But did not work.
3:30 to play here in the first half. LaGuardia in the gun, Pate to his right. Gill in motion. LaGuardia takes the snap, goes back to Pate, up the middle, but there's nothing there. The Irish defense gets home quickly. Dylan Bundick there for the tackle. 4th and short to come on a tackle for a loss from Bundick. And Steinert, they're keeping the offense on the field for the time being, although Matt James, who is the punter, is on the field.
They might just try to draw him off
sides. Yeah. 4th and short. LaGuardia. Hard count at the line of scrimmage. Taking his time, running down the clock here.
Yeah, that's another thing. You want to take some time off the clock, too, to give Notre Dame less time to try to operate. There's no way they're snapping this ball.
Timeout taken by Thaddeus Richards. Steinert stops the clock. 2:17 to go. 4th and short. The punt team likely coming on for Steinert. Notre Dame will get the ball one more time here in the first half, trailing by 1.
Well, Steinert came up with that huge goal line stand, but then Notre Dame, Steinert's back was to the wall. Notre Dame's defense did a great job at keeping Steinert pinned. So if everything goes well here on the punt, no fumbles or nothing crazy, Irish are probably going to have the ball in pretty good shape with 2 minutes to go. And I think Steinert will probably play a little bit of a prevent defense. They don't want to let that ball go too far. But then again, you give them enough cushion, you can get it in, and Swyconic can try a field goal. So let's see how this punt plays out first.
James ready to punt. 2 men deep to receive for Notre Dame. It's Jaden Davis and Zamir Jones.
James, 2 punts for 42 yards each so far. He needs a banger here.
From his own end zone, Jones deep to receive. James with a good punt. Takes a bounce at his own 42 and bounces just a bit forward towards the 45. The Spartans down it right at their own 44-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
1st and 10 for Notre Dame. Good field position for this offense.
Yeah.
Trailing by 1. As James was in a tough spot there, punting from his own end zone. Does just about as good as anybody really could expect their punter to do in that spot.
Yeah, got off a 32-yarder.
So 1st and 10 for Matt Roush here in the Notre Dame offense. They'll work from the far side of the field. 2:03 to play. Pelzer the low man, clock to his right. Davis in the pistol, the back behind Roush, with Petoni the tight end to the left. He's in motion. Roush feeds Davis, left side, nothing doing for him there. DeFrancis and DeBruce combining for the stop, no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Well, this is where Steinert's cornerbacks are going to have to play it tight. Safety's got to be alert. If Roush is showing anything, it shows he can get it downfield. Huh?
Screen pass for Zamir Jones. Looking for a block, gets one across the 40, shoved out of bounds, and a late hit from Blackstone.
Yeah.
The flag comes in, and they're going to tack on 15 at the end of this run.
Wow, that was really not smart. Holy cow. He had been out of bounds for a couple seconds there, at least a second.
Yeah, they were tangled up, but you got to know where you are on the field and got to know when the play's over to end that play.
Wow.
Yeah, personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct going to go against Mekhi Blackstone and the Steinert Spartans. Give the Irish even better field position here.
That's the first penalty on the Spartans all game, and that could be very, very costly.
Ball's going to be marked right around the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, split receiver set, 2 to the right. Roush looks right, throws, clock, complete. Inside the 15, tripped up right around the 12-yard line. James there to combine on the stop for the Spartans. And enough for the first down here for Notre Dame. They'll keep the same formation. They hurry to the line. Roush drops back, whistle blows, and I think a timeout called before the snap. Steinert takes another timeout before the 1st and 10 opportunity for Notre Dame. The ball marked inside the Steinert 15, right around the 13-yard line, as the Irish continue their drive, but first a timeout down on the field. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Haldeman Ford on Route 33 and Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors. Haldeman Ford celebrating 50 years in business. And Jammer Doors and Windows located in Lawrenceville and in Yardley, both sides of the Delaware. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows today. Proud to sponsor high school athletics on the WBCB Sports Network. So,
You know, he made that little throw there
Let's clap it up for our Notre Dame cheerleaders.
to Jones, and that reminded me of something that Ralph said last week. He goes, you know, I'm seeing here, I got playmakers.
yeah.
I just got to get them the ball, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure Steinert was trying to defend the deep ball there, and then,
Right.
you know, now that play didn't go for a lot, but it went for about 7-8 yards, and then the 15 obviously tacked onto it.
Yeah, Zamir Jones has really been a bright spot of late for this offense. They've found ways to get him in space,
Yeah.
and he's a guy that doesn't really look like your prototypical tight end. But the way that he plays, he's much more like a gadget receiver. The way he's able to make guys miss and utilize blockers in the open field, I mean, he's a guy that you really would love to have in your offense. And Notre Dame taking advantage of his athleticism and his skills down there on the field over these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, when you have a guy like that, you got to use him. And they're showing that they have more weapons now.
Jones, the tight end, bunched right. Trips to the right for Roush. Play action. Looking left. Pass complete. It's Davis on a screen, but he's met quickly. Big time tackle right around the line of scrimmage. And getting there was number 56 for Steinert. I don't have a 56 down on my roster. I have a 58, which is Isaiah Gilbert. But that didn't look like Isaiah Gilbert. Snap taken by Roush. Looking right, steps up, throws in the end zone, intercepted.
Oh, wow.
Mekhi Blackstone comes up with it on the deflection. In the hands of Pelzer, batted out of the air and into the hands of Blackstone. 1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 20.
Yeah, couldn't see who blocked, couldn't see who deflected it, but yeah, I want to rate the Blackstone, and hey, there's a welcome back for you from Mekhi Blackstone. And we had started talking about him earlier and got cut off. Blackstone was originally supposed to be out for 5 weeks, and then that's what we were initially told. And then Thaddeus Richards says, no, it's not going to be that long. We hope to have him back sooner than that. And it's only been 2 games that he missed, and having him back is huge for Steinert. And he had help there on whoever tipped that ball. You know, the ball came right to him, but another big defensive stand by the Spartans, and I'm guessing they're just going to fall on the ball from this point.
25 seconds to play in the first half. LaGorda in the gun. Pate to his right. They'll give it to Pate. Makes a man miss, but after a couple of yards, tripped up right around the 25-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
I know Pate's good, but I'd never risk a fumble that deep in your own territory with hardly any time left.
But Sunil Kume in on the stop there for Notre Dame. 2nd down and 5, and that's going to do it here for the first half. Steinert clinging on to a 1-point lead, 7-6 the score. 2 quarters in the books, 2 more remain. The Trentonian halftime show coming up next. Here from Notre Dame High School, the Irish trailing by 1 to the visiting Spartans of Steinert High.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. Hamilton Councilman Anthony Carabelli, Rick Ty, and Chuddy Whalen are proven leaders who have kept Hamilton moving forward. They work hard to keep Hamilton affordable and are fighting to ensure we have clean drinking water. They have advocated for good projects like bringing CHOP to Hamilton. On November 4th, let's re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. The preceding message paid for by Hamilton Township Democratic Committee.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
This is Marty Flynn. Along with Joseph Stillwell, we're running for the New Jersey Assembly in LD 14. We're proud to be a sponsor of this game today between two outstanding teams. We both know that athletics and other co-curricular activities like cheerleading, band, color guard, and performing arts are a major part of student growth, school culture, family values, and understanding team commitment. As your representatives in the New Jersey Assembly, we will bring that same commitment to making New Jersey affordable again, addressing skyrocketing property tax, energy costs, and school funding. We will address Hamilton's water crisis, the proposed 60% rate increase, and most of all, the safety of the water. We'll provide the checks and balances needed. Thank you and enjoy the game. This announcement has been paid for by Friends of Flynn Stillwell 25.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. Hamilton Councilman Anthony Carabelli, Rick Ty, and Chuddy Whalen are proven leaders who have kept Hamilton moving forward. They work hard to keep Hamilton affordable and are fighting to ensure we have clean drinking water. They have advocated for good projects like bringing CHOP to Hamilton. On November 4th, let's re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. The preceding message paid for by Hamilton Township Democratic Committee.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
This is Marty Flynn, along with Joseph Stillwell. We're running for the New Jersey Assembly in LD 14. We're proud to be a sponsor of this game today between 2 outstanding teams. We both know that athletics and other co-curricular activities like cheerleading, band, color guard, and performing arts are a major part of student growth, school culture, family values, and understanding team commitment. As your representatives in the New Jersey Assembly, we will bring that same commitment to making New Jersey affordable again, addressing skyrocketing property tax, energy costs, and school funding. We will address Hamilton's water crisis, the proposed 60% rate increase, and most of all, the safety of the water. We'll provide the checks and balances needed. Thank you and enjoy the game. This announcement has been paid for by Friends of Flynn Stillwell 25.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. Hamilton Councilman Anthony Carabelli, Rick Ty, and Chuddy Whalen are proven leaders who have kept Hamilton moving forward. They work hard to keep Hamilton affordable and are fighting to ensure we have clean drinking water. They have advocated for good projects like bringing CHOP to Hamilton. On November 4th, let's re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. The preceding message paid for by Hamilton Township Democratic Committee.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Okay, we are back here at Notre Dame High School with the visiting Spartans of Steinert leading 7-6, and the difference in this game so far has been a missed extra point by Notre Dame. The Spartans scored first. Isaac Pate on a 29-yard run, and Matt James hit the extra point, and then Notre Dame came back on their very next possession. Musa Kamara with a 1-yard run, and the kick failed for Notre Dame. So that's where we stand, 7-6. The stats are not indicative of the score of the game right now. Notre Dame with a big statistical edge. We'll start with Steinert first. Rushing, Isaac Pate, 12 carries for 101 yards. Pate now has gone over 100 yards in every game this year. Of course, he's right on the borderline there, so he could go down below. And the only other carry for Steinert is his brother Isaiah Pate, 1 carry for -5 yards. Steinert 13 rushes for 96 yards. Passing, John LaGuardia 3 for 6 for 17 yards. Receiving, Dom DeFrancis 2 catches for 12 yards. Matt James 1 catch for 5. Steinert has run 19 plays for 113 yards. Spartans only 6 first downs. I don't think they got any in the second quarter. Notre Dame just dominated the possession. Punts, Matt James 3 punts for 38.8 yards. Steinert 1 penalty for 15 yards. For the Irish, Jaden Davis 17 carries for 77 yards. Musa Kamara 2 carries for 5 yards and a touchdown. I forgot to write that name down. Roush. Matt Roush 1 carry for 4 yards, and Zamir Jones 1 carry for -6 yards. Notre Dame 21 carries for 80 yards. Roush having a great game, except for the interception at the end of the half. 8 for 10, 1 interception, 130 yards. Musa Kamara 2 catches for 46 yards. Joseph Clock 2 catches for 30 yards. Zamir Jones 2 for 12. Alec Boutinoli 1 catch for 40. Jaden Davis 1 for 2. Notre Dame 31 plays for 210 yards. So they've outgained Steinert by almost 100 yards. They've got 11 first downs, 1 punt for 26 yards, and 3 penalties for 20 yards. And, right now the difference of this game, besides the extra point, is Steinert with a goal line stand with Notre Dame had the ball of first and goal at the 1 or the 2, about the 1.5, and could not get it over. And then Notre Dame came back and was driving and got an interception. Steinert got an interception in the end zone from Mekhi Blackstone, and that's really it. That's why Notre Dame is dominating stats, but not winning on the scoreboard. And it's been a fun game to watch so far. I mean, we've seen a lot of different things, and right now this game hangs in a balance. It could be anybody's game, Mike.
Absolutely. Fish, great job as always with the stats at the half. Follow him on Twitter, Fish4Scores, and to get your coverage all season long. Every game he's on, he does a great job for us.
And if we have time,
WBCB. Go ahead.
Yeah, if we have time, we can do the 12th Man TD Club Players of the Week. We will start with Offensive Back of the Week, and it's right here, Jaden Davis of Notre Dame. Jaden had 29 carries for 171 yards, 3 touchdowns in Notre Dame's 49-21 win over Hightstown. We have another player from tonight's game that honored. Jamel Kaparwe, junior offensive lineman, was the O-lineman of the week. He helped Steinert to 250 rushing yards in a 30-21 win over Allentown. Defensive lineman of the week was Carter Horvath. from Hopewell Valley, a senior D lineman. He had 11 tackles, 2 sacks, and returned a fumble for a touchdown. 35-6 win over Nottingham. That's a heck of a day for a defensive lineman. Co-defensive backs of the week, Pennington's Noah Johnson, a junior linebacker. He's a first-year player, and in his first game at linebacker had 9 tackles, 1 sack, and every stop on a 4-play series during a win over Germantown Academy. Co-defensive back of the week, Augie Cassidy from the Petty School. He's a sophomore linebacker. He had 6 solo tackles, 9 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery in Petty's loss to the Kiski School. And special teams player of the week, Carmine Carazone from Princeton, senior kicker running back. Carmine kicked a career-long 40-yard field goal in Princeton's 16-14 win over Hamilton. He also added 15 carries for 81 yards, 3 catches for 26 yards, and a touchdown. So that's it for the 12th-man TD Club Players of the Week. The next dinner, which will be at, what the hell's the name of that place now? I forget, but it's Impact Performers Night on October 8th, Tuesday nights. Massimo's, that's it, Massimo's in Robbinsville. Impact Performers Night on October 8th. So that is it for the honorees for this week, and we would be giving you tonight's scoreboard tomorrow at a football game, but Mike and I will both be at the Steinert Hamilton soccer game at 10 in the morning, and we don't give football scores at soccer games. That would make the soccer people upset.
It's a different type of football, that's why.
Yeah, different type of football, exactly. So
Great
that
job,
is
Fish. Way to go, as always. The
Thanks,
Hamilton
Mike.
Township Division of Health offers a variety of services to keep you and your community healthy. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health to learn more today. And Chris Auto Body hopes you are enjoying tonight's game. 20 short minutes from Hamilton Township and Fairless Hills. Chris Auto Body, run and owned by Hamiltonians. Just a quick drive across from Hamilton Township over in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. Been a good one so far. 1 point separating these two teams. The missed extra point from the Irish, keeping this one at a 7-6 ball game.
Yeah, and we said
and we will see this offense for the Irish to start the second half, as we got to see Steinert to start here tonight. But go ahead, Fish. What were you going to say? What were you saying ahead of this contest here tonight?
What was I going to say? I do forget now. I think I was going to say the same thing. We're going to get to see Notre Dame's offense here, starting this second half. And I mean, the Irish have shown that they can move the ball with no problem. They've just had a couple issues finishing drives. Their first possession, they got down close, and penalties knocked them back. And then the third and fourth possessions, they got right down close and got stopped one time and turned it over the next time. So I'm sure Steinert has had a talk in the halftime. Look, we got to do something to slow these guys down. And, you could see just by the stats, Notre Dame 80 rushing yards and 130 for Steinert. Almost all of Steinert's yards, almost 90% of Steinert's yards are on the ground, and all from Isaac Pate. He's got 101 yards. So Steinert's got to get something more out of their offense, and they got to figure out a way to slow down Roush if they don't want to.
Pooch kick takes a bounce inside the 20. Davis on the sideline, has a block, cuts it inside the 50, still on his feet, the 30, 25-20, he's gonna go! Jaden Davis, a kick return touchdown, his second of the season.
Wow, how about that? And you talk about, I'm sure Notre Dame went into that locker room and was a little down after missing on those first 2 chances. And you want to talk about a way to get the momentum back and lift your team up. What a return by Davis. What would you say that was, about 85 yards or so?
Got it right around his 15-yard line.
So.
And took it all the way, right around the 15 to 16-yard lines where he took it. And took that one all the way back. Bounced off a couple of Steinert defenders and finds the house.
Well, we said special teams could make a difference. We were more or less referring to the kickers, but, in a return team there. And Notre Dame's going to try to go for 2 and make up for that missed extra point earlier in the game.
Here's Matt Roush in the gun with Davis to his right. Kamara in motion from right to left. He'll bunch up at the line of scrimmage. Davis swings out wide right. Roush with pressure, rolls right, floats back corner, intended for clock. Pass falls incomplete. No flags on the play. 11:46 to play here in this third quarter, and it starts with a bang. Jaden Davis, a kick return touchdown. The 2-point conversion unsuccessful for Notre Dame, but they now lead 12-7 here to start this third quarter.
Yeah, and again, you talk about giving your team a lift. I mean, I'm sure Notre Dame went in that locker room. Now, they might have, the coaches might have just said, look, keep your heads up. We're moving the ball. We're going to get them. They got him. They got him quick without even the offense going on the field.
Jaden Davis, an electrifying player. He can make things happen in a matter of seconds, and he did just that here to start the second half. Swiatek and the kickoff team get set to take the field. Now in front are the Irish for the first time tonight. And now we'll see if this defense for Notre Dame Fish can kind of carry over the trend that they established to end the first half, which is keeping Isaac Pate quiet and keeping him at bay.
Yeah, I mean, Steinert's last possession was 3 and out. They really only had one good sustained drive, a 75-yard drive for the touchdown. Other than that, they've been kind of quiet.
Dom DeFrancis and Nico Feniello back to receive for Steinert. Swiatek with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. It's a booming kick. Fielded inside the 5, right around the 3. This is Feniello looking for space, but there's not much of it. The Irish converge on him quickly and trip him up shy of the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Spartans at their own 24.
I'll tell you, I'm still a little surprised we have not seen John LaGorda, any plays called for him yet. I don't know. I think that they're called plays for him. Sometimes they've been pass plays that he's just taken off.
Right.
But you got to get somebody else besides Isaac Pate into the mix.
First and 10, LaGorda feeds. No, keeps.
There
Here
he is.
you go. LaGorda breaks the tackle. He's across midfield, splits a man at the 45, and runs into his own sideline across the 40.
Well, despite what you may think, I do not have a microphone going into the Steinert sidelines calling plays, but I didn't expect
it into existence there on the inverted veer option. Steinert able to take advantage. LaGorda with a strong read as he makes a big-time run there on the ground. Flips the field. The ball spotted on the Notre Dame 39, first and 10. And Pate to the left. In the gun. Isaiah Pate slotted left side. Trips to the left here for LaGorda. Takes the snap and rolls that way. Still looking that side. Floats deep. Looking.
Whoa.
Pass is caught. Deflected by Bailey. Caught by Feniello. He's in for the touchdown.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bailey makes what looks like is going to be a great play, and then just goes right to Nico Feniello.
And Bailey's down on the field in pain. Anthony Merlino, the linebacker, just had both of his palms kind of to the sky, looking towards the official or looking towards Sean Clancy. Kind of wondering if there was maybe a missed call there or something, but that ball was bobbled, deflected, and then caught. Feniello able to haul it in and take it the distance.
Well, Notre Dame have been besieged by 2 tipped balls in this game. One tipped by a Steinert receiver that became an interception, and one tipped by their own guy that turned into a touchdown. Wow.
The ball bouncing in the Spartans' favor to start this one tonight. A couple of tips finding receivers and defensive backs for the Spartans. As Nico Feniello takes it in from about 39 yards out for the score, and that's going to give the Steinert Spartans back the lead with 11:17 to play. Injury timeout on the field. We'll step aside. Christopher Bailey, the injured Irish, down on the field.
Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. Hamilton Councilman Anthony Carabelli, Rick Ty, and Chuddy Whalen are proven leaders who have kept Hamilton moving forward. They work hard to keep Hamilton affordable and are fighting to ensure we have clean drinking water. They have advocated for good projects like bringing CHOP to Hamilton. On November 4th, let's re-elect Hamilton Councilman Carabelli, Ty, and Whalen. The preceding message paid for by Hamilton Township Democratic Committee.
Christopher Bailey walks off the field and over to the Notre Dame sideline under his own power. Good to see him back up to his feet. Steinert going to go for 2. They keep the offense on the field after the tip drill touchdown hauled in by Nico Feniello. He's in motion from left to right. LaGuardia takes the snap. They give it to Pate. Left side, fighting forward. He's not going to get in. The Irish bottle him up at the line of scrimmage and stop him for a loss.
Well, I'm not a proponent of that. I understand the thinking. You want to go up by a field goal there, but it's so early in the second half. I mean, you do things like that and you're chasing points for the rest of the game, I think.
Well, they get a big stop, but they might negate it here with a flag at the end of the play on sportsmanlike conduct. Going to be called against Notre Dame, or delay of game, rather, going to be called against Notre Dame.
I thought they pointed towards Steinert.
They pointed at the Irish.
Well, either way.
And it was Luke Spearnock on the stop there. He was getting up after the play and kind of celebrating, but he was coming towards his own sideline. So unless the refs heard some words that were said that they weren't fans of, but the Notre Dame sideline and the coaching staff, not a fan of that call to end that sequence. It's an emotional play to get a stop there in a big-time situation, and to keep it at a one-score or a one-point game, you got to think to some degree you got to let the kids emote a little bit down there on the field. But again, we don't know what words were said down there that they might have heard.
Yeah.
13-12 the score, 11-17 to play here in the third quarter. The Spartans jump back out in front, a quick drive on the score.
Well, we've had 2 touchdowns scored in the first 43 seconds of the second half. I think this is shaping up, could be a wild one. At least with this first minute of the second half is any indication.
So Matt James will tee up the football.
On that last play, there was a flag on the play for a delay of game on Notre Dame.
It looks like it's going to go against, or they're going to mark the football close to the 50-yard line. I think they're going to mark it in Notre Dame territory at the Irish 45. It's a 15-yard penalty on the play against Notre Dame after the dead ball foul.
4 penalties for 35 yards for Notre Dame right now. I don't know if you're Steinert here. Do you just boom it out of the end zone, or do you try to squib it through?
I was going to say, yeah, you might try to squib something here.
Yeah.
Here's James. No, he's just going to boot it. He'll split the uprights out of the back of the end zone. And a touchback for Notre Dame. They'll start at their own 20-yard line with 11:17 to go here in the third. Tonight's game brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. Visit mercercountyprosecutor.com to learn more today. The Mercer County Prosecutor hopes you enjoy tonight's game on WBCB. So Matt Roush and the offense for the Irish come back out onto the field looking for a response after they open up the second half. The special teams open up the second half with a score. Jaden Davis taking it from 80-plus yards out.
Maybe that's why Steinert said we're not going to squib it. We've seen enough of the return so far in this half.
So Roush and the offense make their way back out onto the field. They're going to go to that same kind of jumbo gun formation that they've gone to start this game. Play action. Roush has pressure. Rolls right. Throws. Incomplete. Intended for Zamir Jones.
Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Not sure who that was from Steinert, but somebody got some pressure on him there.
Looked like Kaparwe was able to get
Is that who it was?
close to getting home there, yeah. Clock stops 11-11.
Everybody's standing around again.
Yeah, it seems like it's a common theme tonight. It's taking a while to get the play in from the sideline. I don't know. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Same set. Here's Davis, left side on the ground, makes a man miss, bounces it outside, but tripped up at the Notre Dame 29-yard line.
Oh, he was close to busting that one.
Yes, he was. 3rd and very short for Notre Dame. About 1.5 yards to go. Roush gets the signal from the sideline. Takes the snap. They go back to Davis up the middle. I don't think he's got it. It's going to be close.
I think he's got it.
Let's see where they spot it. Looks like he's got it at the 31-yard line, enough for the first down. That was very close.
It'll be a first down for
He ran right into the back of one of his own linemen. Was somehow able to get the first down. Roush takes the snap, back to Davis again. Here he goes, bouncing it left side, back towards the middle, and just able to get a yard. 2nd and 9.
About 1, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Bruce combining with Gill on the stop for Steinert. 2nd down, looks like about 8. They gave him 2 on the carry. Under 10 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Jones, the tight end, to the right side of the line. Roush gets the snap and looks, steps up, has pressure, takes off. Gets clobbered right at the 40-yard line. DeBruce swings in. Another flag's going to come in. Anthony Maureen in on the stop. I think this is going to be helmet to helmet.
Yeah, we might see offsetting here.
Yep. A hold against the Irish offensive line, likely going to be the call against them. And then the unnecessary roughness call, I think, will be against Steinert. An eligible man downfield was the penalty against Notre Dame. And then on sportsmanlike helmet-to-helmet contact. So the offsetting penalties, they'll replay the down.
Yes, they will.
2 flags in the play. Illegal man downfield for Notre Dame. Illegal contact to the head by Steinert. Those penalties.
And Thaddeus Richards now just getting that there were both penalties on both teams there. They were just relaying that over to the Steinert sideline. He was ready to decline the penalty against Notre Dame.
Nope, can't do it.
2nd and 8. Pistol set. Davis the back behind Roush. Pelzer at the top of the screen. Roush looking left. Steps up with pressure. Floats over the middle. It's Jones. Complete. Tackled at the 40-yard line. Strong gain on the play. Give him about 8 as he's about a yard short of the first down marker.
Yeah, Russ did a nice job of making something out of nothing there.
Rouse just got rid of that football in time as well. Very close play. 3rd down and 1 to go. Crowded backfield again for the Irish. Davis the deep back. Roush feeds him. Met at the line of scrimmage, but Davis finishes the run strong and gets the first down. Small but mighty is Jaden Davis as he puts the strength on display, finishes the carry. He's been doing a great job finishing his runs tonight.
Yeah, we're seeing 2 of the smaller but better backs in the county tonight.
Keeper for Roush, read option, gets a block from Camara, and slides down inside the 50-yard line.
Matt Roush with the quarterback.
Will spot it close to the yard to gain.
Correction.
They're not going to move the sticks. A 9.5-yard gain. Davis on the ground left side. Slips a man, reaches. I don't think he got the first down based on the spot. They got him at the line that time. It's 3rd down and short. Pelzer and clock moving to the top of the screen for Notre Dame. They take their time getting the play in. Under 8 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Irish trailing by 1. Roush has the play. Pistol formation. Roush keeps on the fake. Rolls right, takes it himself, and he'll scamper into his own sideline.
That was a nice call there by Notre Dame. Steinert expecting Davis to get it, and Roush is taking it around the side, and sizable gain too, not just a couple yards.
First down for Notre Dame. They spot it at the 40-yard line. Officials are talking down on the field. Are they going to walk this one back? I didn't see a flag, did you?
No, I did not.
Oh, wow.
Personal foul.
After the whistle, I guess.
Personal foul after the play out of bounds.
15-yard penalty.
The back judge threw the flag down on the field. I'm guessing that must have been on one of the Notre Dame coaches. I'm not sure who that could have been on.
Still Notre Dame first down.
Still a first down. Although they do have 3rd down on the chains. 1st and 11 is the spot. Roush looking left, has pressure, slings. Camara has it. Here comes the flag from the back judge. This is pass interference. A 15-yard penalty will move Notre Dame back towards where they were after the Roush run.
There's a flag on the play.
They're going to get the defensive back, Quinyon Simmons, on the pass interference call here as he met Camara well before the ball was in his grasp. Pass interference on the defense.
There'll be pass interference on Steinert.
Penalty put into effect.
Notre Dame first down.
First down for Notre Dame. Clock continues to tick. Nearing 7 minutes of play in the 3rd quarter. Roush again in the pistol. Clock and Pelzer to the top of the screen. Davis motioned left. Roush looking right. Floated deep. Wants Camara. He's got it. Splits off a defender and races in for the touchdown.
Another beautiful ball delivered by...
A flag down at the line of scrimmage. I think this one's coming back. Oh, Notre Dame hearing that it's on Steinert. A personal foul against the Spartans. The touchdown stands, and Notre Dame back out in front. Roush connecting from 40 yards out to Musa Camara for the touchdown.
Another just a great ball. Camara runs a great route, gets inside the defender.
Now does Notre Dame elect to go for 2 again? I feel like you kind of have to here based on the situation you put yourself in trying to get those 2 points back.
I disagree. I don't think you go for 2 until you have to go for 2. That's just everybody's got a different opinion on that. But I just see it too many times where it comes back to bite teams.
Here they are going for two again. Roush in the gun. Looks right. Now back left. Floats back corner once. Pelzer goes up. Makes the catch. Flag is down.
The pass is incomplete.
They're saying that's incomplete. Pelzer came down with that football and it was ripped out after. Flag is thrown. And they're going to say the extra point is no good.
2-point conversion is no good. Your score, Notre Dame 18.
That really looked like Pelzer had that ball caught. And as he was down on the ground, they ripped it out after he made the catch. Regardless, 18-13 the score. Notre Dame leads, 7:02 to play here in the third quarter. Alderman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB, celebrating 50 years in business. Alderman Ford in Hamilton Township. Today's game also brought to you by the HTEA, the Hamilton Township Education Association. Hopes you enjoy tonight's broadcast on WBCB.
Attention Notre Dame alumni, don't forget that next Friday, October 3rd, is our annual alumni homecoming reception from 5 to 7 under the tent on Nolan Field. Please go to www.ndnj.org to RSVP.
So Swiatek after the penalty.
Conversion will be assessed on the kickoff. Swiatek will be kicking from the Spartan 45.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Steinert after Notre Dame scored the touchdown. So Swiatek will kick off from the Steinert 45-yard line.
Musa Kamara, 3 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown tonight. He's having a heck of a game. Also ran for a TD.
He's having a great year. Kamara was a guy that Sean Clancy highlighted to us at the very beginning of this season, saying he was going to have a big year for us, and he's doing just that. There's a lot of confusion down on the field tonight.
Oh, there sure is.
Thaddeus Richards wanting some explanation on, I guess, why the ball is being spotted where it is. The lineman here for Steinert, they've got about 4 guys deep, it looks like. But again, nobody really lined up yet because trying to get everything situated down on the field. It's been a common theme in this one. I think we're ready to kick it off now, finally.
Well, don't speak too soon.
Yeah, right. Swiatek, we'll just boot this one out of the back of the end zone and a touchback to start for Steinert.
Yeah, nobody's interested in doing anything on that, kicking off from the 50,
No.
but going out of the end zone.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Spartans.
So the Spartans begin at their own 20-yard line with a little over 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. You got to think a drive deep in your own zone for Steinert means a heavy dosage here of Isaac Pate.
You would think he hasn't touched the ball yet in this half.
Spartans work on the far side of the field, near side to their sideline. LaGorda in the gun, Pate to his right. Man in motion, that's to Francis. They fake it to him, give it to Pate. Ball's loose on the turf, and I think the Spartans will recover, but a loss of 4.
Fumbled in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Spartans.
Second down and at least 13 to go here for Steinert after the miscue in the backfield. Irish stack the box here. Kaufman creeps his way into the box from the secondary. Movement up front, and the flag comes in. I think this is against Notre Dame based on the body language from Steinert. They got him for encroachment. Some happy feet up there as Calderon tried to get a good jump off the edge.
Offsides on the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
2nd down and 8 to go. LaGorda, 2 backs to his left. It's to Francis and Pate. Couple of hard counts for him. Now takes the snap. Play action pass. Floats it deep left side. Has James, but it's incomplete. Too far past James as he threw him ahead towards the Notre Dame sideline. Bailey there on the coverage, but the pass too far past James.
Yeah,
falls incomplete. 3rd down and 8.
If you're Steiner, you know, you're hoping that those are passes he's going to complete later in the season or definitely later in his career. Right now, he's still trying to get the feel of things as a sophomore quarterback.
3rd and 8. 6:02 to play in the 3rd. LaGorda back to either side in the gun. Receiver in motion. It's Isaiah Pate. They give it to Isaac right side. He's got some space. The 1st down and then some. Tackled shy of the 40-yard line. And a 1st down for Steinert as they convert on 3rd and long.
I haven't seen a run like that by Pate in a while.
They gave him a sliver of space.
That's all he
and
needs.
He took advantage.
Yeah, that's all he needs. Well, that last carry put him under 100. That puts him back over 100. And then some.
Gill in motion. LaGorda in the gun. Pate to his right to Francis next to him. They sweep it left side with Pate. Turns it upfield. Slips a defender. Lowers the shoulder and is brought down at midfield. Another 1st down carry for Isaac Pate as he moves the sticks.
And you'll see that with Pate. You know, he got knocked back for 3-yard loss in that first carry, and then all of a sudden he'll rip off some chunk plays right in a row. But you got to give him a breather sooner or later.
Gain of 11 for Pate. They spotted at the 49-yard line. Spartans just creeping into Notre Dame territory. Under 5 to play in the 3rd. LaGorda looks towards the sideline to get the play. Irish showing pressure. They'll go Pate left side. He's got nowhere to go. Alex Villarelli with a big-time stick.
And Notre Dame finally figured that one out. 3 straight plays, 3 straight times now. They've gone around that left side. Sealed off, Villarelli sealed off the end nice there. At the edge nice.
They give Pate a yard on the carry. 2nd and long. James slotted to the right. Spartans taking their time getting set at the line. LaGorda takes the snap, wants to throw. Has pressure. Bundick on the pursuit. LaGorda scampers out of bounds.
Whoa.
As a couple of people take a tumble down on the Notre Dame sideline.
LaGorda helping somebody up, a civilian up down there.
Bundick on the pressure forces LaGorda out of bounds, short of the yard to gain. It's 3rd down and 1 to go for Steinert. LaGorda sweeps it right. It's Pate. Cuts it up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more as he's tripped up and brought down shy of the 35, right at the 37.
LaGorda, again, he sort of gives his team a spark with his legs. I mean, that was a pass play, but he turned it into something when he didn't have a receiver, and Steinert's trying to capitalize on that now.
Pate to the left in the gun. Trips left here for Steinert. LaGorda takes the snap and feeds Pate. Up the middle he goes. Slips a defender and finally brought down. But he's very close to that 1st down marker. They got him at the 27.
Yeah.
Isaac Pate with the carry for the Spartans.
Another gain of 10.
It'll be 2nd and short for the Spartans.
And we'll give him 9. Second down and a very short one to go, if that.
Huh.
Feniello comes out. DeFrancis comes back in. Isaiah Pate in motion. They pitch it right to Isaac Pate. Makes a man miss. Lowers the shoulder. Still moving his feet. And finally swung down at the Notre Dame 18-yard line. Isaac Pate doing it all for the Spartans on this drive.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nearing the 2-minute mark here in the third. Gill split out wide to the left. James in the slot left side. DeBruce the back now to the right in the gun with LaGorda. 1st and 10. LaGorda wants to throw. Drops back, looks right for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Isaiah Pate, the intended receiver, well over his head and out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was he's better off overthrowing on that one. Pate was not close to being open there.
This Irish defense with their backs against the wall, deep in the red zone. The ball spotted on their own 18-yard line. Isaac Pate back into the game after a breather on that last down. Feniello slot left, James the low man. Pate to the left of LaGorda in the gun. Isaiah in motion. They feed Isaac. Left side, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Guess who? It's Alex Villarelli again. Villarelli having himself a second half defensively.
Yeah, he sure is.
3rd down and 9 yards in front of the Steinert Spartans.
Yeah, this is definitely 4-down territory unless they decide to kick a field goal. Attempt a field goal, I should say.
Nearing the final minute here in quarter number 3. DeBruce, the back now to the right of LaGorda. Split receiver set. Takes the snap. Drops back. Looks left. Fires. Pass is tipped and caught for the touchdown. Wow, James with another deflected reception for the Spartans. The ball continues to bounce their way.
That was tipped. I thought it got over him. I didn't see it tipped. I mean, maybe it was.
Well, looked to me that ball was deflected and he had to dive to make the catch.
Yeah, it was a heck of a catch, that's for sure.
Villarelli was on the coverage there in the middle of the field, and when he jumped up, it looked like he got at least a fingertip on it. James having to dive over the middle to make that catch. The aerial attack capping off the drive here for Steinert as they take a 1-point advantage. And it seems like their offense is going to try to go for 2 here as well.
Offense will go back out on the field to attempt to
Both of these teams keep going for 2 and keep missing. And
see if Steinert can capitalize here. DeBruce the back to the right. Gill in motion from left to right. LaGorda boots right. Pass thrown. Intercepted.
I'll say it before, I'll say it again. You go for 2 when you need to.
The defensive back, the sophomore, Jaden Williamson with the interception. As the sophomore continues to shine here in his first varsity season for the Irish. Keeps it at a 1-point game, 54 seconds to go in this third quarter. The Italian People's Bakery proud to support tonight's game on WBCB. Visit them at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936.
By number 20, Jaden Williamson.
So Notre Dame trailing by 1. Familiar position for them in this contest. Their offense set to get the ball back here with plenty of time left in this contest, and based on what the offense has been able to do through the air of late.
The return team for the Irish heads out on
They
the
like
field.
what they've
Back to
seen in
receive
terms of the
kick.
looks that
Musa
Steinert's
Kamara
presented them
and
with.
Jaden Davis.
Absolutely. Well, John LaGuardia has to feel pretty good. I mean, they weren't that pass was thrown a lot, whether it was tipped a little or not, that pass was thrown a lot better than his first touchdown pass, which got spiked up in the air and caught. But LaGuardia's got to, you know, when you're young like that, you need confidence. And I think a pass like that can give LaGuardia some confidence. And I think Steiner is happy that they didn't have to depend on Isaiah Pate on their last 2 touchdowns. They have to get him to score.
Into kick for Steinert, Matt James.
Yeah, we didn't see Isaac Pate really at all to end that drive. He wasn't on the field. DeBruce was the running back there for Steinert. James set to boot things away. Jaden Davis and Musa Kamara, the 2 deep men, back around the 10-yard line.
Well, this has been quite a third quarter, I must say.
Pooch kick. Jones has it inside the 30-yard line. Looks for the sideline. Turns it upfield. Tight ropes the sideline. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, and a flag comes in. Notre Dame going to be set back quite a bit. I think they got him for a block in the back or a hold. It is a hold against Notre Dame. So that'll set them back probably right around their own 40-yard line. We'll see where they put it officially, however.
They're not going back too far. I mean, it looked like he went out of bounds at around the 40. They're still at the 48.
Oh, they're walking it back.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay.
From their own 39.
Notre Dame, the 10-yard penalty.
Well, the penalties tonight for the Irish.
Yeah, they're hurting them. 7 for 70. Steinert's only got 3, but every one's been 15 yards.
46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Notre Dame set for another drive. Kamara at the top of the screen. Davis the back behind Roush in the pistol. Motion right. Takes the snap. Slings it out to Davis. He's got it. Across the 40. Makes a man miss at the 45. Bottled up by Gill and company and thrown to the turf at the 50-yard line.
Jaden Davis for a Notre Dame first down.
Good enough for the first down and then some. First and 10 for Notre Dame.
You cannot give these Notre Dame guys space to run after they catch the ball, because they'll make you pay big time.
Similar formation. Clock and Pelzer at the bottom. Low snap handled. Davis slips a man. Can't slip another. DeBruce and DeFrancis combining for the stop in the backfield. Davis wants a flag as the Spartans play through the whistle, but he's not going to get one.
5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15.
A 5-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 15.
Quarter.
3 quarters in the books. 1 remains and a 1-point lead in favor of the Steinert Spartans. Can the Spartans hold on, looking for their first win since 2011 when they did so on this very field? The final quarter between the Steinert Spartans and the Irish of Notre Dame coming up next here on the WBCB Sports Network. Second down and 15 for Notre Dame as we flip the field to begin the fourth quarter. Been a good one so far, Fish. Notre Dame trailing by 1, and Steinert, they've had a pretty good game plan so far in this one. As we mentioned, in search of their first victory against Notre Dame since 2011.
Well, we said at the beginning, we thought this was, despite the records, we thought this was going to be an entertaining game, and it has lived up to to our little hype at least. And yeah, this one's got a long way to go, the way it's been playing out.
Second down and 15. The offense trots back out onto the field after the timeout between quarters. Roush with Davis next to him in the gun, wants to throw, steps up right, chucks it deep. Pass is caught by Pelzer.
Wow.
Makes the catch, it looked like at the 24, but what do these officials have to say? They say he makes the catch.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we haven't said it yet, but we got to give this offensive line by Notre Dame a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Because he's been having some time to sit back there and throw, and when he does, he finds them.
Max Pelzer, the senior wideout, with a big conversion, moves the sticks and flips the field. Davis left side on the ground, met in the backfield and stopped for a loss. The defensive line for the Spartans blew that play up. Kaparwe is going to get credit for the stop, but his line mates really blew that play up from the jump. That tackle for a loss brought to you by Chris Auto Body. When your car takes a loss, take it to Chris Auto Body, Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. Second down and 12 to go. Roush takes the snap, has time, looks left, steps up. He's met with pressure and brought down for a sack.
Oh, how's that for the announcer's jinx?
Kaparwe and Horchuk combined for the sack. Third and even longer now here for the Irish.
Yeah, Kaparwe is a handful up there. Plays both ways and plays it well.
It's a big-time stop for the Steinert defense. Brings up a third and long. Pelzer and clock gonna flip the side of the field here with Jones and Camara. Roush barking out the play at the line of scrimmage. In the pistol, Davis behind him, takes the snap, drops back, steps up, Kaparwe loses him. Roush still going and now brought down. Here comes a flag. I think it's a horse collar that's going to be called against Kaparwe. Looked like he had the inside part of Roush's jersey.
Oh, there's a big break for Notre Dame. Had him stopped. It was going to be fourth and long. And Rouse, nice job by Rouse too. He just kept his legs going like a running back.
They're going to pick the flag up. Wow.
There is no flag on the play.
I'll tell you, player safety's got to be of the utmost importance, and that's a flag that you should not pick up.
Fourth down and long for Notre Dame.
If Kaparwe finishes that tackle, they're not picking up that flag, that's for sure. Roush lucky enough not to have to suffer the complete tackle of a horse collar. Fourth down and 14 to go for Notre Dame.
Big play for Notre Dame here. And the way they've been picking up chunk yards on their pass play, I mean, Steinert's got to be careful.
They bring pressure. Roush fires intended for Pelzer. The pass is incomplete. DeFrancis got home as he got pressure and a hit on Roush.
I thought I saw
There is a
flag.
flag down on the field. I'm not sure who this is against.
First I thought it was a flag, then I thought it was somebody's yellow shoes. Face mask.
No, unsportsmanlike conduct against Notre Dame.
I thought he put his fist down in front of his face.
Seems like Pelzer was getting called for that one at the end of the play. So Notre Dame turns it over on downs with 9:24 to play. The Spartans will take over with decent field position after the penalty as well.
That's just a third incompletion for Roush in this game. He's 12 for 15.
That's just a penalty that you can't have, too, if you're Notre Dame.
No.
You turn the ball over on downs and you compound it with a personal foul or an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play. Now Steinert gets the ball on their own 46-yard line.
Penalties piling up now for Notre Dame, 8 for 85.
1st and 10. And in motion, Feniello. Lagardo takes the snap. Hands it off to Pate. He's met at the line of scrimmage and bottled up for a loss.
At the line of scrimmage from Notre Dame's defense. It's going to be a loss of 2, 2nd down.
2nd down and about 12 to go. Dylan Bundick in on the play for Notre Dame, combining for the stop with a bunch of the Irish front 7. Irish showing pressure. They'll give it to Pate left side. Delayed handoff. Shakes a defender and lowers the shoulder. A gain of 16. Make it 17 on the ground.
Yeah.
Isaac Pate doing damage.
The strength he has for his size is just remarkable. I know his mom's a good cook, so
that's right.
I guess he's
I'll never
eating
forget
well.
that Thanksgiving. That was funny, man.
Yeah, that was funny.
1st and 10. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Man in motion, it's Gill. LaGorda back to either side. They go keeper with LaGorda, but Villarelli had it read. Meets him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Nice job by Notre Dame, too. They that play usually goes for pretty good yardage when Steinert running. You know, they don't use it a lot, but when they use it, it's effective. And Notre Dame had that sniffed out really well.
Second down, 10 to go. LaGorda comes to the line of scrimmage, under center for the first time tonight. Misdirection sweep, it's Pate left side, bounces it to the middle, still on his feet and swung down inside the 20. Another huge carry on the ground from Isaac Pate, moves the sticks.
Down to the, what, about the 17, is it?
Looks like the 18-yard line.
Okay.
Well, they've got it at the 19.
19, okay.
Trips right here for the Spartans. Pate, the back to the right of LaGorda in the gun. Bootleg right side. LaGorda throws deep right side. Pass is incomplete. Pressure on the quarterback. Anthony Merlino able to get there.
2nd down and 10.
The intended receiver Feniello, but well over his head and out of play.
Pate up to 186 now on the ground.
Coming off of a season high last week was Pate, with his carries on the ground. Season high in carry. Season high was 179 yards and 4 touchdowns against Heightstown a couple weeks ago. Creeping towards a new season high here tonight. Does have a new season high here tonight.
Yeah, he does.
2nd and 10. Steinert trying to take some time here, although the clock is stopped. Looking over towards the sideline.
Yeah.
As they take a while getting the play in. Confusion down there for the Spartans, and they got to burn a timeout here. Wow.
Yeah, the way this game's going, that could be costly.
Timeout on the field. We'll step aside here on WBCB. 7:07 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Notre Dame trailing 19-18, and the Spartans inside the red zone, threatening.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Steinert set to resume their drive. 2nd down and 10 inside the Notre Dame 20, right around the 18-yard line. They've got the ball on the 18, but then the yard marker, the down marker, is on the 19.
Yeah, I caught that too.
Yeah. It's been a fun crew.
Who do you trust? The ball or the marker?
Misdirection handoff to Francis up the middle, carrying defenders and lunging his way forward. A gain of 9, technically 8.
We don't know.
3rd down and short.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Where's the ball now? The 12?
Marker's on the 12. Ball is on the 11.
Okay. I'm going with the ball.
LaGorda hands off to Pate. Fights his way past the yard to gain. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, right around the 7-yard line. First and goal.
What are we at now? About the 7?
Ball right around that 7-yard line. LaGorda takes the snap, hands it to DeBruce, fights his way forward. He's in for the touchdown. DeBruce from about 8 yards out extends the Spartan lead.
Well, there you go. A couple of different guys on the carries there. You got the Francis getting 7 and then DeBruce getting 7. I guess Pate deserved his little break there. And okay, Steinert going back to kicking now.
Matt James in to attempt the extra point for Steinert.
James on for the extra point. Under 6 minutes to play. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up.
Ooh.
A low liner.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's good.
They both looked at each other for a second.
Your score, Steinert 26.
They didn't seem really sure on the first extra point of the night for Swiatek. Again, Swiatek said that he made it. The one official was the only one who made the call, and then there they are again, kind of unsure at the end of that play. It's been a fun one tonight. 5:54 to go here in the 4th quarter. 26-18 now the score. Steinert in front by 8. Don't forget, you miss any of this one, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. So the Irish with their backs against the wall. 5:54 to go, trailing by a score, but going for 2 tonight has not been easy for either side.
It's been impossible for either side.
They look to get the ball back here, do the Irish offense. Davis and Kamara back to receive. James gets the kick-off team ready at the 40-yard line.
And you know they want to keep it away from Davis. He's shown what he can do already to start this half with an 85-yard kickoff return.
Both guys definitely threats back there to make something happen.
Yeah, that's true. We've just seen Davis do it so far tonight.
James tees it up here on the near side of the field. 40-yard line. Davis switches sides with Camara right around the 10-yard line.
You see what I mean, Mike, though, about chasing points? Because had Steinert gone for their 2 points now, it'd be a 2-possession game.
Flag's going to come in here. This is going to be offsides.
Oh, wow.
Against Steinert.
Offside, Steinert.
It's going to set them back 5 yards. And
there's a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick.
Now, could help field possession a little bit more here for Notre Dame, depending on how they want to go about this pooch kick.
I mean,
if they do.
Yeah, if they do.
I feel like now you kind of have to kick it to one of these two guys, though.
Yeah, I don't
know if you want to give Notre Dame the ball right around midfield.
Yeah, it's only 5 yards, but that's a big 5 yards.
So James now will kick off from his own 35. Pooch kick, right side. Davis fields it at the 30. Looks for a block. Shakes a man. Fights forward across the 40, still moving his feet, and shy of the 45-yard line. A good return from Jaden Davis. He takes it about 14 yards to the Notre Dame 44-yard line, 1st and 10. So 5:46 in this fourth quarter remaining, and Notre Dame trailing by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The offense gathering over on the sideline for the Irish.
Well, this is one heck of a game right now. And Notre Dame has shown that they can move the ball. So 44 yards is not, or 43 is a great starting point for the Irish.
Here's Roush in the gun, Davis to his right. Man in motion, it's Camara. They swing it to Camara. Wants to throw deep.
Trickery.
Trick play. Man open. Incomplete. Jones, the intended receiver. Great recovery. I believe it was Blackstone getting there in time to affect Jones's ability to make that catch.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That was a heavy hitter that the Irish definitely had. Jones had steps, but the ball thrown behind him, and it gave Blackstone plenty of time to recover. 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 5:38.
Well, and that's why Blackstone is so important for the Steinert to have back.
Jones at the top of the screen. Roush moves Davis to his right in the gun. Takes the snap. Looks left, steps up, evades a man, throws it deep down the middle. Clock, incomplete. Pass deflected by Matt James.
Yeah, James and Isaiah Pate were in on the coverage there. And again,
Steinert's sideline is irate down there on the field. They wanted a flag, and an injured Spartan is down.
What did they want to? Oh, I see that.
We have an injury timeout.
An injury timeout down on the field for Steinert. We'll take a timeout here in the radio booth. 5:28 to go. Notre Dame, 3rd down and long looming.
This is Marty Flynn, along with Joseph Stillwell. We're running for the New Jersey Assembly in LD 14. We're proud to be a sponsor of this game today between two outstanding teams. We both know that athletics and other co-curricular activities like cheerleading, band, color guard, and performing arts are a major part of student growth, school culture, family values, and understanding team commitment. As your representatives in the New Jersey Assembly, we will bring that same commitment to making New Jersey affordable again, addressing skyrocketing property tax, energy costs, and school funding. We will address Hamilton's water crisis, the proposed 60% rate increase, and most of all, the safety of the water. We'll provide the checks and balances needed. Thank you and enjoy the game. This announcement has been paid for by Friends of Flynn Stillwell 25.
come back.
Mekhi Blackstone as he heads to the sideline.
Mekhi Blackstone heads over to the Steinert sideline. Scary situation for him. We mentioned earlier he just came back from a leg injury, and it looked like that was he was being attended with down there on the field.
Yeah, the dislocated kneecap was the injury. So, yeah, you cross your fingers on your Steinert and you hold your breath.
3rd down and 10 to go for Notre Dame. The ball placed on their own 43. Clock in motion. Roush drops back, has pressure, screen pass, Kamara looking for a blocker, doesn't have one as Gill is there to trip him up. A gain of 1 on that 3rd down play. 4th and 9 looming. The punt team is not coming on yet.
You know, I think I'd try to pin Steinert here. I mean, there's 5 minutes to go, over 5 minutes left.
Notre Dame takes a timeout with 5:07 to play. Final quarter here from Notre Dame High School. 4th down and 9 yards to go. We'll see if the punt team comes on here or if Sean Clancy wants to keep the offense on the field. But a turnover on downs would give Steinert tremendous field position.
Yeah, I'd give him good field position. I mean, if you can punt it, you can get him back, you know, back within that 10-yard line and maybe force a turnover or I don't know. If I'm Notre Dame, I think I'd punt. But I'm not Notre Dame, and maybe they think they have a big 4th down play here. I mean, obviously, if you get the 4th down play, you're in good shape. But if you don't, Steinert's in good shape.
Decision time for Notre Dame. 4th down and 9 from their own 44. The offense is coming out onto the field. They might just try to draw them off sides.
Yeah, make it a 4th and more manageable.
Yeah.
That could be.
Here's Roush.
This could be no, they're going to run a play.
Roush with pressure. Rolls right. Buys time. Throws. Intercepted. Blackstone back the other way. Tripped up at the 40. Flags come flying. Steinert gets the 4th down stop they need and the turnover as well.
And how about that? Mekhi Blackstone down on the turf just a little bit ago. Went out and then came back in. And, you know, Rouse gave himself as much time as he could. Pass rush, the protection started to break down. Rouse rolled, put it up. That was ill-advised, obviously. I mean, there was an interception, but that was like there were 3 Steinert guys around 1 receiver.
That's the 2nd interception of the night for Matt Roush, his 5th of the season. An injury timeout for Notre Dame. The penalty down on the field.
And the 2nd interception for Mekhi Blackstone.
I believe the penalty went against Steinert on a block. I think they got called for a hold or a block in the back. I wasn't able to make out the hand signals from the official down there.
Well, that would help Notre Dame. I mean, Steinert's in a good spot right now.
Injured lineman down on the field for the Irish, now to his feet and making his way over towards the sideline. Luca Michael Franzen. He walks off the field under his own power. Good to see he's all right. But Steinert takes over. Mekhi Blackstone, a 2-interception performance from him tonight. And he's doing everything in his power to try and secure Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game honors. Steinert leading 26-18. Possession now back with the offense.
There's all kinds of guys that could get that honor tonight, depending on who wins this game.
Now the pressure is on Notre Dame's defense.
Yeah, what Notre Dame has, what, 2 timeouts left? Well, see how much Isaac Pate's got left in the tank.
First and 10.
Oh, there's
LaGuardia
that.
keeps it up the middle.
LaGuardia with a quarterback
Fights
keeper
his way
for a
forward
4-yard
about
rush.
4
It'll be
yards.
2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
Not quite the big yards that usually goes for, but it's a positive gain.
2nd and 6 here for LaGuardia and the offense.
LaGuardia's picked up 48 yards tonight on the ground.
Steinert more than okay, taking some time off the clock.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to see if they can get a 3 and out. If not, they'll start calling timeouts.
Steinert going to try and run this play clock all the way down until they see the hand signal from the back judge. LaGuardia takes the snap. They give it to Pate. Right side, looking for a sweep on the edge. Fights off a couple defenders. He's still going and finally brought down. He's close to that 1st down marker depending on the spot.
Boy, the way he can move a pile. Those legs, they're so thin. They just must be rock solid muscle. Oh, we got about 3rd and.
I think they're going to give him the
they're
1st
going to
down.
give him the 1st down.
The referees are giving him the 1st down.
1st and 10 for Steinert, nearing the 3-minute mark here in regulation. Notre Dame trailing by 8. And they just have 2 timeouts remaining. DeFrancis comes out. Feniello comes in. Isaiah Pate moves to the left side of the line. LaGuardia moves Isaac Pate to his left. Takes the snap, feeds Pate right side. Looking for the edge, but he's swung down. Luke Spearnock in on the stop there for Notre Dame. He gets a yard.
That's what you call arriving in ill humor.
2nd and 9. Under 3 to play. Like to think if Notre Dame gets a stop here, it keeps them in 3rd and long territory. They'll burn one of those 2 timeouts.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think.
Needing a stop here. Got to keep them close to the line of scrimmage. Do the Irish. They show pressure. They keep it with Pate on the ground. Tripped up 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 and a timeout called by Notre Dame.
Yeah. You know, one thing we've seen a lot of handoffs to Pate going out wide. And I think, you know, they're trying to stay away from that now. You want to keep them inbound, so let him power up the middle and see what he can get there. And this is what you would call a massive 3rd down play for both teams. According to my stats, that puts Pate 1 yard over 201 yards.
Tremendous stuff from Isaac Pate.
That would be his 2nd 200-yard game of his career. The last one was Thanksgiving last year.
Yep. That was a fun one indeed.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah.
I don't think Hamilton enjoyed it too much.
That was a cold and rainy day.
Yeah.
Well, we'll finish the story for those who weren't tuned in that afternoon. Fish made a comment on the broadcast about how he learned that both Isaac and Isaiah Pate, as well as their mother, lived in the same complex as Fish. Lived right upstairs above Fish, actually.
Yes.
And he made a comment that, you know, maybe he'll invite him over, or maybe he'll get invited over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Pate was listening to our broadcast, and a knock came coming on Fish's door around evening time on Thanksgiving night, and a plate was waiting for him from both of the Pate boys.
Yeah, that was really a classy move by
Amazing.
Mrs. Nicole.
Shout out to Mrs. Pate. Shout out to the Pate family. Great people. Here's Isaac on the ground up the middle. Tripped up shy of the yard to gain by a handful as he's tackled at the 41. Notre Dame burns their final timeout. 4th down and decision time to go here for Thaddeus Richards and the Steinert Spartans, leading by 8.
To me, there's no doubt you got to punt it. No doubt.
Trust your defense here, who's gotten you a couple of takeaways already.
Well, and if you don't make it, I mean, you're giving them the ball at the 40. Yep. I mean, now if James can hit a decent punt and get it out, and you know, I've noticed that they've had trouble doing that though. A lot of James's punts have been bouncing into the end zone. So either way, if you don't make it, I mean, if you make it, the game's pretty much over. If you don't make it, and you're at the 40, it's still you'd rather them starting at the 20 than at the 40. I don't know. I would punt it. That's just my thought.
Yeah. Well, it's valid.
Yeah. Maybe unless they think that they got a play that they guaranteed picks up 4 yards.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense staying on the field for Steinert, but this, we could just see him trying to draw Notre Dame off sides.
Yeah.
Steinert still with their 2 timeouts to burn. 4th down and 4 to go. Big down here for this defense of Notre Dame.
And you know Notre Dame's coaches are saying, watch it, watch it.
Crowd here at Notre Dame High School making some noise.
Yeah.
4th and 4, late substitution. DeFrancis comes on here for Steinert. 2 backs, 1 to either side of LaGuardia in the gun. 2:22 to play, and timeout called by Steinert.
Well, they didn't even try to draw them off.
They couldn't get the play in. There was a lot of confusion down there, it seemed, and Coach Richards and the Steinert Spartans are going to want to talk some things over because
Mike, how many times tonight have you said there's been a lot of seems to be a lot of confusion down there between the teams, the officials? It's been confusion has run rampant on everywhere.
Fish, you know, football's a confusing game sometimes.
Oh, tell me about it.
Fourth and 4. The Spartans burn one of their 2 final timeouts.
Try to explain it from somebody from another country, and then you see really how confusing it is. you try to explain it, you're confusing yourself.
4th and 4. The offense stays on the field for Steinert.
Well,
ball on the Notre Dame 41-yard line. Here's LaGuardia. Pate to his left. DeFrancis in the backfield in motion. They snap it. LaGuardia keeps up the middle. The ball is past the yard marker based on the spot, and he held on to it. Thought it might have came loose at the end of the run, but John LaGuardia picks up the 1st down and likely ices the game.
Well, that shows you what I know. I was adamant they got to punt the ball, and Thaddeus Richards knew more than I knew. He figured that play would work, and it did. And
that's a play that we've talked about. You've talked about a lot tonight, Fish. When are they going to go to it? When are they going to go to the designed run for LaGuardia? Well, they dial it up in the biggest instance of the game, and it pays off.
Yeah, 52 yards for LaGuardia, and I'm going to start heading down, Michael.
All right, Fish. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. See you.
Yes, you will.
About 12 hours from now on the
right.
pitch.
That's right. The Mercer County Hall of Famer, Rich Fisher, joining us again as always here on WBCB. We'll see him tomorrow morning for some high school soccer. Isaac Pate on the ground, stiff arms a man down the sideline and tackled at the 10-yard line. His bicentennial night on the ground. +200 yards for Isaac Pate as he bursts into the red zone. 225, 229 as Fish exits the booth here tonight. One final stat from him. And now LaGuardia will go under center, and the Spartans can kneel this one out. For the first time since 2011, the Steinert Spartans come into Notre Dame High School and knock off the Irish by a final of 26-18. What a victory for the Spartans as they improved to 4-1 on the year, and this was not an easy win for them on the road. LaGuardia kneels it down. The final seconds will tick off. One more kneel down to go here for Steinert as they take the victory here tonight. 26-18, the final score. You can catch the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview on our YouTube page after the conclusion of this broadcast. The Spartans fired up, and rightfully so. Their first victory over Notre Dame since 2011. I want to thank all of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible. Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Capital Health System, Saul Funeral Home, Kessel Dermatology, NJEA, Notre Dame High School, Friends of Flynn and Stillwell 25, the Hamilton Township Democratic Committee, Chris Auto Body, Mercer County Prosecutors, Saul Funeral Homes, Haldeman Township Education Association, Hyundai of Trenton, Haldeman Ford, Jammer Doors and Windows, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, all proud to bring you tonight's coverage on WBCB. For my broadcast partner, Rich Fisher, Ryan Baxter did tonight's camera work, Colin Sommer produced tonight's stream. One final time, the final score, Steinert victorious 26-18 over Notre Dame as they pick up their first victory over the Irish since 2011. Until we talk to you again tomorrow afternoon for our high school soccer and football coverage here on WBCB, you've been listening to another edition of high school football on the WBCB Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.